Here's to Life with Zimran right here at
Yeah.
IntellectualRadio.com. And we're so glad that you joined us this evening. What we decided to talk about a little bit, we're going to jump right into it, is just a little, we're going to touch a little bit and thought it would be a little fun to talk about astrology and
Oh, okay.
horoscopes.
You go, girl.
Yeah. And we're going to start off with our producer, Mr. Earl Winfrey, because we want to say happy birthday to you. Today is his birthday,
Yes, it
the
is.
19th here, right here of August. And it's always glad and always a good thing to be able to wish someone a happy birthday, because nowadays, with things being the way it is, it's a blessing.
Keep on having them.
Keep on having them, because otherwise we don't want the other alternative of having them.
Exactly right.
So again, we want to say happy birthday, Earl, and hope you're enjoying your day. We're just going to give you a little bit on your birthday and see what's happening with today's horoscope. And these phones, they cut off. And so today, what it's saying is that you should think through your actions before pushing ahead, dear Leo. As the Cancer moon squares Mars early this morning, a sweet connection between the sun and Chiron encourages you to go big, which I think that's what you usually try to do anyway. However, impulsive moves may not serve you. Build upon projects and accomplishments you've already found pride in, trusting that you can take these agendas even further. Sparks of inspiration motivate you to brainstorm, multiply options when Luna and Jupiter unite mid afternoon. Seek peace and quiet to heighten your intuition and full harness these vibes. Look for partnerships that are mutually beneficial once the nods of faith stir tonight. So that was your horoscope for today. And then we're going to talk a little bit about Miss Wanda.
Oh.
That's the other half of our producer. And says the universe
on blast
elevates your situation as Cancer. These phones just are ridiculous. You're trying to do something on your phone and it's just crazy. I wonder why these phones just turn off so fast. It just don't even make sense. Okay.
Elon.
They doing something, baby. So anyway, our horoscope for the Aquarius is the universe elevates your situation as the Cancer moon and Mars align early this morning. Dearest Aquarius, putting plans to empower you in motion. Meanwhile, a sweet alliance between the sun and Chiron softens the heart and mind, making it easier to let others in. Now is also a great time to facilitate your healing through positive affirmations. Your sense of accomplishment grows while Luna and Jupiter unite mid afternoon, helping you reclaim joy in the work you do. The efforts you put forward will be blessed by the stars, increasing your prospects, and focus on manifestation goals once the nods of faith activate this evening, outlining a practical to-do list to support your ambitions. That's for our Aquarius today.
Yeah.
And then we're going to do none other than Mr. Scorpio himself.
Who's that?
You.
How'd you get me in this?
The Cancer moon and Mars connect early this morning, dearest Scorpio, opening you up to vivid and exciting dreams.
Oh, okay.
Take time to reflect on your astral realm encounters and whether or not the universe is pushing you in specific directions.
Always.
Okay. Find healing in the work you do while the sun and Chiron align, trusting that your goals are worth the effort. A burst of luck takes your ambitions to the next level when Luna and Jupiter unite mid afternoon, urging you to think big. So you need to think big too, which you always
I
do.
always do.
New links could be added to your social
Uh-oh. New links?
sphere this evening, thanks to a helping hand from the nods of faith. And so I wonder what we're going to do this evening.
I don't know. Let's think of something.
So you asked yourself, and I be thinking about this too, and you asked yourself, what do you really and truly think? And I can read your mind right now. What do you think about horoscopes and actual astrology?
Uh, I believe that some people run their lives according to the horoscopes.
They do.
But I believe that every science or system of belief has its place.
Right.
But it only takes advantage of a small portion of the whole of the truth about the universe, since everything is connected. So when you were born and where the stars were and the moon and the planets were aligned at your time of your birth, it does have an effect on your character and the place that you fit in society and the contribution that you might have for the planet. So I believe that. But I think every belief system has a little bit of the truth, and most of them don't have all of it. But what they do is they take a little bit of the truth and they make a religion out of it.
Hmm.
So there's like 3,000 religions on the planet, and everybody's right. So it has a bit of the truth to it, and it does work in its place. But you have to put it all together with everything else that you have to live your life by,
Hmm.
and that's just one of the ways to do it.
Yeah. Well, they say that with the signs that the sign dates, like they go from date to date
Mm-hmm.
or whatever, um, that it really depends on the movement of the sun, and that actually that varies from year to year. Now, your signs that are fire signs are like Leo and Aries, Sagittarian. Your air signs are Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And the earth signs are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorns. Water signs are Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Now, by you being a Scorpio, how would you say that? How would you describe the water sign? Because I am um, an earth sign, so earth and water.
I go with the flow.
You go with the flow.
Right.
And you usually do, and that's something that's amazing, because that's really what it's saying, that you know how to flow with things.
Yeah, whatever the earth is, I adapt myself to it.
Hmm.
There's no sense in fighting faith or someone else's spirit. Just find out what it is and harmonize with it.
Right.
So
And I try to look at myself as being down to earth,
yeah,
kind of, going with well, I kind of go with the flow too. So I guess that's why you and I kind of mix
yeah.
well, because but I try to be down to earth. And I'm going to read what mine says for today too.
What's that?
It says, do what you can to support yourself and maintain some sense of balance. Dear Capricorn, as the Cancer moon squares Mars early this morning, before starting the day, take a few moments, and this can go too for the next day too. When you start your day, taking the moments to clear your mind, which I do, and nurture the heart. Draw strength from the lessons that shaped your youth when the sun and Chiron align, appreciating how you've evolved throughout the years, which I do. These vibes can also help repair strained connections with family or business partners.
Oh, okay. Well,
Okay.
right on
Love
it.
is entirely on your side while Luna and Jupiter unite mid afternoons, urging you to put essential relationships first. Your perception of others shifts for the better once the nods of faith activate tonight. So, my perception of others,
Hmm. Which
yeah,
I told you before.
which we talked about.
When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change.
Yeah. But sometimes people don't. And that's what sometimes
Or they
can
don't have to. They don't
be
have to.
bearing on
They don't have
things.
to change. You change.
And that's the point.
That's it.
That's the point. And
Well,
that's something that our enthusiasts talked about. Her and I talked a little bit about that yesterday, Pamela Wilkes.
right.
And we talked about that um, we have to, in all things and all the signs and all, like we're talking about, everybody has their own way of thinking, their own way of doing things. And I think, and I do believe that a lot of that kind of comes from your sign, the water, the side, the earth, how the fire, if you're really a fiery type of person, but in how you think, but that it all comes back to you and the way you look at things, the way you handle things, that is what is really a bearing on your life.
Everyone should understand that, but they don't want to take responsibility for it because it comes back to the person.
Yeah, you always have to, like we were talking about in that book, you have to really and truly, and that's really the truth, you have to really look in the mirror and see the real who you really are, through
Exactly.
all aggravations, through all kind of tribulations and all things that we go through, because we always say, well, my mother always said nobody's perfect but a fool. And I really believe that too. You can always count on a
Well,
fool being a fool. But
well,
other than that, nobody's perfect.
you might be better, but you're not going to be perfect.
Right. So you have to really just step back and look at yourself, because through all things, it all stems back to you.
Because it means that you have to change and not the other person. You said the other person did me wrong, the other person lied to me, the other person cheats and steals and is not forthcoming. Was probably because of the way you presented yourself or the way you allowed them to be in the beginning, and they just kept it up. But you was contributed to it yourself. But we don't want to accept the fact that we contribute to our own, condition. But we do. And that's some of the things that I had to look at was not hold other people responsible for what I felt because I'm the one doing the feeling. I have to ask myself, why do you feel that way? Because they did this, because they, no. What about you?
Right.
How did you come to feel that way? And is that feeling doing anything for you? And if it's not doing anything for you, why are you should get rid of it? Anything that's not convenient for you or pleasant for you or gives you peace or comfort, you should get rid of.
Well, you can't always get rid of people, Ed. I mean, you
No,
can
yeah,
steer away from them, but you can't. I mean,
no, you don't
and
have to.
sometimes family is the main thing. You can't
The
just.
great thing about the human mind is that you can go anywhere you want to go. You can be of something but not in it. You can be in it but not of it.
No, that's true.
I can be with you, but I don't have to be with you in mind and spirit. My
That's
body might
true.
be there, but I don't have to be with you.
That's true.
So you can leave anytime you get ready.
So you're talking on a spiritual level.
Well, you have to because everything you do is spiritual, which is something we don't teach our children about the spirit, which is what saves them in life, which gives them a place to go when they need help, to give them answers to questions their friends can't give them. They have to know how to go within. If you don't go within, you go without.
Hmm.
So this is something we need to teach our young people, and sometimes they need to teach it to themselves because if they don't get any type of guidance from their friends or family, they have to seek it for themselves.
Well,
But
we
that,
always say that,
and
and
I,
that's
and I
true.
tell I tell children that once you get out of school, that's when your education starts.
True.
It does not end when you get out of school. It just started,
Begins. Yes.
and life is a lifelong lesson that you have to learn. Every time you go out the door, you need to learn something different. And that goes on until you until you're old and gray. You're gonna find something different.
That's
And
true.
in order for you to be a whole person, you have to learn a million pieces of the information. Your brain can hold 300 billion pieces of this information, and we don't even use half of it. Use about 10% of it.
Yeah. Because a lot of it now we putting in our phones.
Right. Read 10 books. Memorize uh, your phone numbers, all your friends. Exercise. Your brain can handle it.
Oh yeah.
We don't think again. Oh, that's too much. I can't think of all of that. Your brain can handle anything.
And we need to too, and that's where it comes in at that we go. And when we talk about astrology, and by the way, if anybody has anything to say on their personal um horoscope or anything, please call us at 708 And like we always say, we want to hear from you. Any comments, you can always go to my email, Zimra1 at yahoo.com. And I also want you to make sure that you check out my website. I have a new website, iamzimra.com, which is really and truly a beautiful website. We're very, very excited about it. And we want you to check it out. Again, iamzimra.com.
Yeah, I wanted to commend you on that because they did a really good job on that website.
Yes, I'm very, very happy.
Excellent construction.
Yes, thank you, baby. And we want to thank the gentleman that done it, Mr. Mark Allen Felton, who is opening me up for my concert. I mean, bad, awesome, awesome saxophonist. He is opening me up for our Here's to Life number 8 concert
He
coming
is
up
smooth now.
October 18th, Saturday. Doors open at 6 o'clock and concert at 7. And we make sure too that we hit at 7. So you're really, really in for a treat. I can't wait. We're going to do a few songs together. He's going to do his thing, and you won't be sorry. He has opened up. He has played all over the world. So make sure that you check us out. Eventbrite should be out soon. And if you have gotten your emails, please, if you've got my email blast, open it up, please, and check it out. And like I said, we'll be announcing probably in a couple of days and have our blast from Eventbrite, where you can purchase your tickets right there, and also be able even to where it'll be linked where you can go to my website and get your tickets. And also you can contact Miss Wilda Belt at 312 399-6256. That is the chairperson of our concerts.
We're kicking out the ticket drive next week or later.
No, I mean, I cannot believe how this time is going by so fast.
It's been pushed up.
Yeah, so it's
like
going pretty fast. So yeah, we're moving. Tickets are available now. Right now, we have VIP tickets that are $75, and the general admission of $45. And we are at a new location, and that location is South Suburban College at 15800 South State Street in South Holland, Illinois. Free parking. With the VIP tickets, we have separate entrance where you'll be served a meal in the atrium, and
a delicious meal.
Special gift bags. Yeah, our food is being catered by
real food.
Soul. What is it? Soul. What is Maria's Soul? Maria's Soul Food. That's my daughter. And then we're going to we have special gift bags and then special seating for our VIPs. So you don't want to miss this concert.
VIP
this
is
concert
limited,
is going to be phenomenal.
You better get on it because these VIPs go quick.
They do, and our seats are limited this year. We only have 100 VIP tickets this year. So make sure you get your tickets. We got some wonderful ticket ambassadors that always help us out, and I'm very appreciative of that. But anyway, we want you to, when we talk about life and astrology and all of that also entails coming and knowing and learning. Really, I don't know, some people know how, and then you'll be surprised how many people are not really on top of journaling. And journaling is so important. It's something that you get your astrology every day, and you journal some of the important factors within what you've received out of that brief statement that is made about your day under your sign. And you just take some of the pertinent pieces from that and just journal it. And then if you do that daily, then you can kind of compare and see, what absolutely is going on within uh, kind of, I kind of like
Well, the
where
brain
you
will.
look at it. No, no, I'm saying that where you can kind of compare. You have a comparison. And then with the way you think, you kind of compare that and see if it kind of comes in
No,
together.
what you do, you surprise yourself
Right.
because you write down things that you don't remember, and
Right.
then because you wrote it down, it will bring it back to your remembrance
Hmm.
because the brain kind of kicks in like I, AI. It starts making up its own story. It starts telling you the truth and telling you about things that's in the back of your mind that you forgot about
Hmm.
and brings it to the forefront. So you write it down, but you won't know it's there until later. You go back and read it. Go like, did I write that?
Yeah.
That was your mind, your spirit, your brain repeating things that it was trying to tell you all the time
Right.
and making you write it down.
And that's why it's so important too, because that's part of keeping your mind sharp. Although you're writing it down, you still reflect and go back and read over it.
You
And
communicating with yourself.
exactly. And I know Pam has a beautiful, and I'm going to share that with you before we close out, a beautiful prayer that she wrote.
Oh, she's a great
That
writer.
she's awesome. But this prayer really gives you a lot of insight. And again, with what you should do, as far as your life and feeling happy and feeling whole. And that is no astrology or anything can do that for you. You have to
It has
make sure that you have that prayer and that meditation, like we always talk about,
right.
that is fulfilling, that really keeps you going and really keeps you whole when you do that. And that's what I read it this morning, and I just took time, and then I just really looked around and thanked God for all things, because he is the reason why all things are made
Mm-hmm.
possible. And I was so it talks about gratitude and being happy within. And we know that we're going to have challenges and we're going to go through different things. We're going to run up against obstacles, where people are not the people that you thought they were or that you hoped for them to be to you, and just the things that you go through. But then when it all boils down, I can say that I'm very grateful for you. And we have to look around and say that we're very grateful for the state that we're in, the mental state, the peace of mind, and you're praying and you're asking God to deliver all of that. So when you look at astrology and you look at your birthday and you just kind of pull all of that together, it just kind of makes you feel a certain kind of spiritual feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not, you don't have to think mythical when we talk astrology. We're not talking about tarot cards and all of that, because I don't look at any of that kind of stuff. But I look at the horoscopes and things sometimes just to kind of say, man,
Well,
that's interesting. And it's being
like
funny or
like
fun
I
or
said
something.
earlier, it's all a part of a puzzle, and that's just one piece
Hmm.
that goes towards you trying to put yourself together and make a whole person.
Right.
So those are the vibrations that are in the book, because words have vibrations and words have
They
color.
do.
They give out energy and they give out color and they give out sound too. So if you write something down, it'll keep talking to you. It'll keep drawing you back to it
It does.
because you wrote it down. Because you are the creator, and everything you do is important. Everything you do creates something. Everything you touch to create something. You have to know just how powerful you really are.
That's what we have to know. We really do. We have to understand and know. And that's a good point. We do have to know that we are really a powerful people. And we have to believe that.
But you're in a powerful universe under which you are should be completely in control of, or may have access to anything you want or need can be attained if you think about it. And all you have to do is think about it. That's how powerful your thoughts are. That's how powerful your words. That's how powerful you are in this universe as the highest intelligent being on the planet.
Yeah.
And we have to get rid of things like, the negative feeling, negative hate. You have to decide in yourself to live life intentionally, on purpose, write it down, make a recipe, say what you're going to do or what you'd like to do, and just write it down. Even if it's just totally unattainable right now, don't worry about it.
Oh yeah.
Just write it down. I am the king. I am the CEO of my own corporation. I do have, 4 or 5 houses. I've got money in the bank. I travel the world learning about other people. Just whatever it is that you want to do, write it down.
Mhm.
And those words will come back to you and it will change the whole outlook of your life and put everything in order for you to attain exactly what it is you spoke.
Well, that's why they always had those the what do you call the wish boards, or because I've done that when I did my first CD. I did a picture of my of a record. I mean of a CD and Zimri, and I had a phone and and how I was going to structure and wanted my CD, my first CD, to come out and all.
Yeah,
And then I compared the dates of when I had put that together, and then as everything progressed, I was able to see that it manifested itself.
well, that's why it's important to look around you every now and then and see what you have because what you have is what you thought of years ago.
Oh yeah,
Because
that's where the gratitude comes
and
in
that's what
at.
the man did this revelation when he had a nice big house and he was getting ready to retire and move into a smaller house into on an island. So he was selling this house. So he was going through all of his luggage and everything, and he came upon a picture that he had uh, took of the house he wanted to live in. And he had a picture in a box. He took the picture out and looked at it and said, "That's the house I wanted." And then at that moment, he just realized that
Is that the house that he was
the
in?
house he was in was the house he had picked out, and he had been living in it all that time, and
Uh,
hadn't realized that that's the house had visioned years ago.
wow,
And he just and you living in the house.
that's what it's called, a vision board.
He got vision board.
Yes,
So that's what I did in my mind. But certain things you have to think if in the back of your mind, if you do not in the front of your mind, but in the back of your mind, you make a certain wish or request. It's more powerful than just wishing all the time or telling somebody. But something just flashes by your mind saying, you know what? I'm gonna live over there someday. I like a neighborhood that's clean. I've always been like that. Even living in the ghetto, that's
I
what I
remember you.
did.
Yeah,
I used to clean up in front of our house when I was a teenager. When I was 12, 10 years old, I used to wonder why, how come our sewers all clogged up? How come we got pools of water on the corner you could almost swim in? Because in our part of town, they didn't clean the sewers. In our part of town, they didn't even pick up the garbage all the time.
oh
So it looked like the
wow,
ghetto,
yeah.
which was the intent.
Mhm.
So I said, well, you know what? If you waiting on the man that enslaved you to save you, you crazy. You want to clean it up yourself.
That's right.
So I get a broom. I be out there sweeping the streets in front of my house and clean out the sewer on the corner
Oh
so that the water
wow,
would go down. I've been doing it all my life. I said, you know what? I'm tired of living in this kind of condition because it has an effect on your subconscious mind.
it does.
What your neighborhood looks like when you come home. At the end of the day, what do you have to drive through to get to your house? It has an effect on you. I said, one day I'm not going to have to do this. I am not going to. Now look where I live now.
Right.
The entire neighborhood is just the way I want it. You
Yes,
ain't see a piece of paper nowhere.
that's right.
And you just realize that's why every now and then you got to step back and look at your life and take assessment and say, where have I been? Where have I come from? And where am I at now?
Yes,
And those are the things you have to take account of.
yes.
And if you're grateful for them, you probably get more.
Oh,
There's nothing
absolutely. Ain't
worse
no
than there's
probably.
nothing worse than giving somebody something they don't say thank you.
Absolutely.
Why give them any more if they can't appreciate what they already have?
That's right.
So instead of trying to tell yourself what you want, how are you taking care of what you already have? Are you taking care of what you already have? Okay, how old it is, how bad it looks. I used to wash my car and it had 3 different colors. I had the fender was one color, the door was another color.
Look at that.
But I kept it clean.
And that was the most important thing. You
That-
you took care of what you had.
yeah, this was my car. It got me around. I didn't have to stand on the bus corner.
That's right.
because it made a lot of noise when it went down the street. My car.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
at least
I
I
know.
couldn't
I
I,
can
cou-
relate.
I couldn't get it fixed. I couldn't get a paint job. I had no body work done, but I could keep it clean.
That's right. I know that I used to drive cars that were, even I've even drove cars that had a dent in it or
A
whatever.
hole in the
But
floor.
but I mean, one little car I had when I came back from Israel, and this little car, I think I got it way up north somewhere for a couple of $100s, and and every time I got out the car, I had a severe headache because of the because of the
Fumes.
fumes and all of that. But you know, my sign is a go-getter.
Don't,
I
don't
go get and
don't
I
complain.
make
Keep it
things
moving.
happen. I don't complain. I just
Keep it
keep it
keep
moving.
it
That's the
moving,
way to
baby.
roll.
That's right.
And that's what I kind of look at too, some of the signs, when they talk about, there's a sweetness and always a hard working, I've always been very hard working and set out whatever I set out to do, I accomplish. And that is under the sign of a Capricorn, that they are just hearts of gold. They keep it moving. They make things happen. They're creative.
Well, I appreciate that quality in you
Mhm.
because I understand it, and even if it don't make sense to me, it seems like a waste of time. I applaud you for trying
Yeah.
because you never give up and you go for
Now,
it.
why do you say that that it's a waste of time?
It doesn't have to make sense to me. It has to make sense to you.
Right.
As long as it makes sense to you, you go for it.
But why did you use the term? It doesn't make sense though. That's what I don't understand.
Well, because you have two or three things going.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay.
You
Oh,
see what
I
I'm
see
saying?
what you're saying now.
You get this
I might
going,
have
that going.
yeah, two or
And
three
you,
things going at one time.
right.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And I like to focus on
Hmm.
one thing. If you plan on getting it done, you have to focus.
Yes.
So I believe that's how I get my work done. I can't get it done any other way
I am a multitasker.
because I can't depend on anybody else to do it the way I want it done.
Right.
So I got to focus.
So then that's why probably I'm doing two, three things at a time because you have to focus. And sometimes it can be difficult, but if that's the way you get it done, then that's what you have to do.
That's
And
why.
that is my makeup,
And that's why I'm around to make sure it happens.
Yeah. But that's, if that's what it takes for a person to accomplish or do what they got to do, if they've got two, three, because women are used to that any day.
And
We
that's determination.
wives,
That's determination.
yeah.
And if you don't have that, I can't help you.
Right. But
I,
see, that's our makeup as women. Women are
uh,
different from men anyway. We have, we work jobs. That's why they say women are so powerful because we work jobs. We take care of the home. We take care of children, make sure they have everything they need. We're a wife. I mean, we just, we have a lot.
I
We
know.
have a lot going
I
on.
appreciate it. I love it.
Yeah, and I think and I think a lot of times too, that's where men have to understand, about
Well, they got to
understand
appreciate
their
it.
women and really
Well,
appreciate.
yeah, they appreciate it. That's enough. 'Cause sometimes that's really all a woman needs is appreciation.
That's it, and that's why it's
Because I
important,
can't do it.
women and men. But that's why it's really important again for us to journal our thoughts and our feelings on a daily basis because it does help you out. It helps you to because I've always said that when you talk things out, it's wonderful. But when you can write things out, it's still a sense of pulling your emotions forward
Well,
and getting them out of
you're
you
drawing
where you're
words.
not upset and angry. Because that's what I do. I write my feelings down and thoughts down. And a lot of times when you do that, you are absolutely relieving yourself of a lot of pressure and a lot of frustration. And I think that would be, that's just something that I think that is important for us as women to do, but I think it's good for men to do that
Oh, it
too.
is. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good for a person to do, no matter who
Yeah.
you are.
To journal your thoughts, journal if you're angry. If when you're angry, you should really go right then and write down what it is that you're feeling. And when you finish writing it all out, and it doesn't matter, what it is, as soon as you finish writing it, believe me, it's like a mountain has
You,
been lifted.
you try to get the anger out of your
And you
system.
really do.
It-
Because
it-
otherwise you walk around and you just,
it's poisonous.
it is. It
poison,
really
it
is.
poisons your
And then you're
system.
just angry, and then you wonder, if you're fretting, or you're trying to have a conversation, but it's not coming out exactly like you want it to.
No,
That's because that angry.
I heard that.
Yeah, that's because you. And Ed knows that, and that's because the anger
Mm.
is still sitting within you. So when you write it down, that's writing your emotions and getting some of that, foolishness out. We're gonna let Wanda play a song from my CD, "Love Is Possible," and we'll be right back. We're here at IntellectualRadio.com. Love is possible when you believe that it is. Love is possible when you know that it is. When you feel like there's no hope for love, you can make your dreams come true. If you know just what to do, you just think. Love is possible when you believe that you're free. Love is possible when you embrace it with ease. Everything you want is yours for the asking. Love is possible when you believe that it is. Don't give in, and don't you doubt. Believe me, you get just what you put out. When you know that love is on your mind, love is possible. Love, love is possible. Love. Don't ever give up, and don't you give in. Because with real love, you know you can win. When you know that love is on your mind. Love is possible when you believe it is. Love is possible when you believe that it is. Don't ever give up, nor give in. I love that song, if I have to say so myself. And the music, I love that music. Ed just asked if he heard any other songs start off like that. I think
No,
that I love that song. And the lyrics are just, although I wrote the lyrics and the music, I
that's
just
why you
love it
love
because,
it.
yeah, but it's just, I love the lyrics. And it's just so true. And love is possible. And people need to know that whatever sign you are, you need to know that if you're single, if you're married, you're going through anything, love is possible. and just
Mhm.
be whatever you got to build on. If you're married and having any issues or whatever, just connect and just know that
Love will
through
fix
it
it.
all, love will see you through, and love is possible because we all gonna go through something,
Mhm.
and we just have to know that love is possible. And I want to, read this prayer that Pam wrote about. I bask in God's glory. I just love that title. The title is just so uh, spiritual and so feeling. And she says, I relax and allow the powerful energy of all that is good to take over my mind, body, and soul. To take it over. And I do not complain or stress about situations or circumstances that I cannot control. And that's something that we really have to understand that,
That's that.
if we're going through something,
That's what causes the stress.
it does,
If you
because we,
can't
we
control it,
worry about things that we cannot control, and we have to deal with the things that we can deal with, and things that we cannot deal with,
let it
we
go.
cannot we have to find a way to let it go. And it's not always easy.
No, it's not.
But when we cannot control circumstances,
Let it
we
go.
just can't. Just like we sometime, and I was when I was reading this, I was looking. I can sometimes be, if I'm timely. And if it's a situation, and you can even leave out early enough and everything, but sometimes the traffic, and there is going to be times where the traffic is bad. You didn't know it till you got out, although you was out on time. It's nothing that you can do about it. You just have to roll with it, and that's all you can do. And I tend to
You
tense
don't
up
ro-
because I don't want
you
to
don't
be
roll
late.
with it. You
No, I'm saying that's what I've got to learn to do, baby.
oh,
That's what I
okay.
was saying. I have to learn to, because there's nothing I can do about traffic.
Okay.
Although you started out in time or whatever, and the traffic is a certain kind of way, that is one of the circumstances that I can't do anything about it,
Mhm.
because I'm not going. We can't kill ourselves trying to get nowhere. So sometimes it's good to just
That's why
understand
they
that.
say, look, change the things that you can.
And the things you can't, you have to step on back.
And don't worry about the things you can't change.
That's right.
And have the wisdom to know the difference.
That's
Because
right.
there's a big difference between, you know, with things that you can change.
That's
Because a
right.
lot of things that you worry about all the time, you can't do nothing about it.
Nope. And she
Like,
says, and the prayer says, I do not worry, fear, or live in doubt. Instead, I live each day in a state of gratitude and thanksgiving. Each day, I welcome an abundance of God's blessings into my life, my world, and my affairs. Every day, I live knowing that the energy of the universe is constantly working in my favor, orchestrating things to work out for me. As I welcome an overflow of God's blessings into my life, I live my life joyously. I welcome into my life happiness, hope, and forgiveness. And that's something that we have to really work on too, is forgiveness, because that causes a lot of stress too, when we
oh,
find that we cannot forgive people, but more or less
that'll,
it
po-
comes
that'll,
back,
that'll poison your system.
and it comes back again to YOU.
Right.
You have to make sure that you forgive yourself. And then I welcome passion and eagerness. I welcome freedom and ease. I welcome good health. And without good health, we just aren't, it's just, we're nothing. I welcome wisdom and understanding. I welcome kindness. I welcome good relationships. Relationships where love and friendships flow easy. You don't need no friendships or relationships that's going to have you going bonkers. You want to have people in your life and in your
Well,
surroundings.
everybody got those friends. Anytime they see them, they got something negative to say.
Yeah.
They start out that way.
But you want to welcome friendships and have friendships that flow easy. That's what makes our gang so wonderful,
Mhm.
because our group, we just flow with each other. It's wonderful and fun to always be around. And those are the kind of friendships that you want in your life, not people that are negative and um,
Jealous.
jealous. Jealousy is a terrible thing. And when
It's
you
a,
find that, you got to, You just have to go another route, another way, turn away.
It's a toxic case of
It is.
envy.
It is. I welcome financial security as an abundant amount of money comes to me constantly in marvelous, that's Pam's word, and magnificent ways, filling my wallet and bank accounts. I welcome beauty, wonder, and excitement. Most of all, I welcome peace of mind because peace of mind, that's why it's important to journal because you get all of that out. And peace of mind is nothing like it. So every day I bask in God's glory, finding myself in a constant, elevated consciousness of happy. I am so blessed, and today, like every day we need to, I thank God for my many blessings.
That's good.
Isn't that
That's
beautiful?
beautiful.
And you read that every day. Um, Pam writes beautiful prayers for for christening and um, graduations and weddings when a couple gets married. Very she's just good. She's a awesome writer. She writes from the soul and all the meditations, and she just does so much of that. And I support her so much because if we don't support one another, we have so much talent. And if we don't support one another, I always say, who will? And when we see people with the passion and the talent, it just, because I know that I appreciate support. So that's why I always try to support those that I can support because I think that that's important because we, as a race, that's what we have to learn to do is support one another. Because if we don't, then I say, who will?
Hello.
Yeah. So we have to make sure we do that. So we are here at intellectualradio.com again. Um, I want you to make sure that you tune in. You never know who we're going to have. We have some more exciting guests coming. We have some guests that will return. We really, and I should have said this earlier, but I do want to say again how we enjoyed Dr. Sonora Montgomery last Tuesday. She was very good. What she's doing for the veterans is phenomenal. And I did make a post and I wanted to reiterate again that it's not just for veteran men, it's for all men who want that relaxation, who want to just sit and talk whether they have a problem or not, just socialize, have a beverage as she serves and get your manicures, your pedicures, your massages. It's a very warm place to be, the cave. And we want you to be able to call
Yeah,
and set the appointments of
just for
that.
guys, just
It's
for
for
guys,
men.
just for men,
Yeah.
and without the stress or diversion of women around.
Excuse me. You got
The
some of the
it's,
women that giving the massages and
I know
all.
it's a diversion.
Yeah. Well,
That's
how's
why,
that a diversion?
because it's always just for men.
Okay. But the
Women,
women are giving the massages, Ed. So you can't say it. Well, you can't say it the diversion.
but the membership is mostly men. That's what it's for.
Well, yeah, I agree.
For men to have
But you're still
some
being
time,
touched by a
some
woman.
time for their own vibration. If you're around women all the time, there's a vibration that wears on you. It does.
Zeloko Peseta, which means that ain't good in Hebrew, but it wears on you.
No, it's the frequency that they operate at.
Yeah. But the backbone of women
And it is.
are
It's
what
just true.
and
And
behind
that's true.
and behind every
I,
let's say it. Say it.
I know all that.
That's right.
I,
Behind every good
I know
man
all
is a
of
good
that.
woman. Now,
I got
don't
I
get it
got that.
twisted.
I
Now,
got that.
okay,
I appreciate that. See
okay.
that? Get myself in trouble, but you guys know what I'm talking about.
So you all make sure that you all check it out. It's right there at 169. I think it's 169.15. I didn't bring my flyer
It's a
with me,
great, it's a
but
great.
it's the Man Cave right there in Lansing, Illinois. So you can just Google that and it will come up.
Right.
And you can go in and take a tour and take advantage of that for the stress and all of that. Ed, have you made your appointment yet?
No, I went by there the other day, but I was too
Too late?
Too late.
Okay. Well, you need to make sure that you do that.
It's by appointment only, so the call.
Okay. All right. So make sure that you tune in. You never know who we're going to have good. And here at Intellectual Radio, it's a platform where we can express ourselves and share good information, or just share just some feelings that we have, and it just natural feelings that we just have on our own, inner feelings, and be able. That's another way to even get out energy and spirituality, and that's what we like to bring to you. Again, my concert is October 18th on Sweetest Day. Bring your sweetheart out to join us on Saturday, October 18th. Doors open at 6 o'clock, and our VIP reception is at 5. So if you have a VIP ticket, then you want to make sure that you're there at 5. It's going to be a really fun evening, as all of our concerts have been. For those that you have been there, I know you've enjoyed the evening of music, and I'm just so thrilled and really, really excited to have Mark Allen Felton, better known as Panther, the baddest saxophonist. This brother is just phenomenal. So again, that's Saturday, October 18th. Look on my website. It'll be posted there. We have a QR code that will link you to go to get your tickets at Eventbrite. That should be up in the next couple of days. We're starting out early. It's not really that early the way the days are going by, but we're going to make sure that you are there. I'm going to be on Breakfast with Son of Bella.
Yes, Bella.
This Friday morning at 7 o'clock in the morning. She has a phenomenal podcast, and she is very, very good. So I want you to check me out there. I think she's probably going to talk to me about music
the name of
and all.
podcast?
Breakfast with Son of Bella.
Breakfast with Bella.
So I'm going to be there, and I'm kind of excited about it. We talked a little bit about it today because, Son of Bella can rattle off.
Where do you listen to it at?
Just put in Son of Bella, Breakfast with Son of Bella.
Put it in on social media?
On social media, thank you. Yeah, just put that in on, and you can go to YouTube. Yeah. Okay, so we are always glad to be here at our IntellectualRadio.com. We hope you enjoyed our segment on a little bit about astrology today and your horoscope. And again, wishing our producer, Earl Winfrey, a happy birthday. And I hope you've enjoyed your day so far and that your evening will make it all complete. Have a good evening.
Peace.
Good evening.
Love is possible when you believe that it is. Love is possible when you